Demons below us.
What strange worlds dwell deep in the ground beneath us? Huge caves, dark and endless, and filled with mystery, and peopled by things we sometimes know only through older superstitions. Before you turn away with a smile, read this story of Joe Morton, a hard-boiled mining engineer, and what he found in the doorway that led into darkness.
Joe Morton's story has no beginning and no end. Take a look at him here as he lies in his hospital bed. I've given up on Morton, Dr. Bender. This is the strangest case of dehydration I've ever known. Look what happens when I place his hand in a pitcher of water. Amazing, he absorbs the water as though it were a sponge. Morton's been that way ever since they brought him up from the mine. His body just sucks up water. And 10 minutes later, his body becomes dry and brittle again. It's as if some vampire is constantly drawing out of him every drop of moisture. I'm afraid I cannot help, Doctor. I wonder what happened to him down there below. Would you like to know what happened to Joe Morton? What he saw down there underground? Well, it happened last week when Joe Morton got a phone call from Mine Shaft 19. What's the matter, Bill? Can't you handle this yourself? No, Chief. The men found a door on the bottom shelf. A door? Nonsense. They probably broke into the opening of some cave. This is no cave, Chief. Wait until you see it. Well, Chief, do you still think this is just an opening to a cave? No, Bill, it isn't. This must be the remains of an old civilization buried in the earth hundreds of thousands of years ago. Who found it? Watkins, the foreman, first found it. He went inside over 2 hours ago and hasn't come back yet. Well, we'll have to go in and find him. Wait, Mr. Morton, don't go in there. It's evil. Dynamite the door and bury it again. What's the matter with you, Mike? You've been working in the mines for 40 years. You're not afraid of a cave or some buried old ruins. I'm afraid, all right. There's many a strange tales I've heard from my father, and he's heard from his. There's things alive deep down in the earth. Terrible things, Mr. Morton. Old superstitions, Mike. I'm a scientist and an engineer. I can't believe in stuff like that. Besides, Watkins is in there. We've got to find him. Come on, Bill. So they went inside, two hard-headed engineers. This place gets more amazing the further in we go. Look at the engineering skills that went into making this passage. Sure, Chief, and it's kind of scary too. Wonder what happened to the people who made this. More important is to find out what happened to our foreman. These are marvelous statues. More beautiful than the best statues the ancient Greeks ever made. Look, Bill, there's Watkins. What's the matter with him, Chief? He doesn't move. Watkins, what in blazes are you doing? Snap out of it, Watkins. We've come to find you and... Chief! He turned into powder. Dust. What happened, Chief? Where's Watkins? Am I going crazy? You're as sane as I am, Bill. We both saw it. I touched Watkins and he turned into dust. Get up to the office and report this. Call the police, the FBI, whoever you can. And do it fast. I'll stay here until you come back. No, Chief, it's too dangerous. Look at what happened to Watkins because he stayed here. Do as I order you. The whole world may be in danger from this thing that sucked Watkins dry as dust. Hurry. All right, Chief, but be careful. Dry, like a fine powder, the human body is made up of mostly just water and a few chemicals. Something drew all the water out of Watkins' body and left just the chemicals as a powder. Your friend Watkins is not dead, Joe. What? Who are you? Where did you come from? I am Lila. This is the world of my people. We have lived here always, and we live forever. You've done this to Watkins, killed him and turned him into dust. Watkins lives, my friend. He will live forever. You too can win an eternal life. Come, I will show you. Look, a life of joy and pleasures. This I have given to Watkins. You shall have it too. Where's Watkins? I don't see him here. He's nothing but dust back there in the passageway. Here I am, Mr. Morton. Lila has been telling the truth. I ain't dead. Watkins, it's you. Sure, it's me. But I can almost see through you. You're a ghost. You're all ghosts. None of you are real. Not real, Joe? Come to my arms. I'll show you how real my kisses are. As though hypnotized, Joe stood there while her arms crept around his neck, drew his lips to hers. Then, just as their lips touched, No, no, this is some trick. You won't trap me. I've got to get away from here. You're already mine, Joe. It is too late. I've got to get out of here. Close up the doorway. I got away from her. They have no power to stop me. They're only ghosts, wraiths. Lila, in front of me. How did you get ahead? I travel as swiftly as thought, Joe. Stop before it really be too late. Never. I've got to save the world from things like you. You can only live here, Joe. Outside, you will know only living death. Stay here. I can read your mind. I know your thoughts, Joe. You will be sorry for what you are about to do. Sorry for saving humanity from you? Never. Mike, give me that dynamite quick. Curse you, Lila. You and your demons shall stay buried below forever. Hurry, Mr. Morton is hurt. We gotta get him to the hospital fast. He's out cold. Water. Water. I'm drying up. Water. You were right, Lila. Take me back. Take me back. Water. Water. Strange. He has no fever, but he's delirious. Who is Lila? I told you all I know, Doctor. I never heard of this Lila, and I don't know what happened after I left him. Strangest case of dehydration I ever came across. He'll live as long as we keep giving him water. The moment we stop, he starts to dry out. Is there no hope for his recovery? I'll call in specialists, but I'm afraid it's hopeless. He's doomed to a living death unless we find out what is the matter with him.
There goes the specialist, and he's no nearer understanding what's the matter with Joe Morton than the hospital doctor. We know what is the matter with him, don't we? The demons below have gripped Joe Morton's body and soul, and they'll never let him go. Never. But don't go away, readers. I've got another tale to tell, a tale that will take you along with me on a journey into the realm of the strange and terrifying.